Good evening. It's December 22nd, 2016, and we're here at the home of Edward Little for tonight's exciting boys basketball action between the Red Eddies and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt and Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports. Frank, we've got two teams that are 4-0, both explosive teams. This is really the first challenge for the Bulldogs this year in their division.
Well, certainly Portland having that close game opening night against South Portland, but Edward Little is the team on fire right now. They beat Chevers by 20 last time out, and a week ago tonight they beat Deering. Deering in the last 2 years has only lost to Portland High School. So this is certainly a dangerous Red Eddies team.
Folks, we had a chance to talk to both Coach Adams of Edward Little and Coach Russo.
We're here with EL coach Mike Adams. Coach, your team enters 4-0, coming off an excited win against Chevers, where you beat them by, I believe, 20, and you also defeated Deering earlier in the season. What do you plan to see out of your team tonight against the Bulldogs?
Hopefully we handle the pressure. Hopefully we rebound the ball. We've had a big emphasis on rebounding better since our preseason. And hopefully we don't get caught up in trying to go too fast, which is how Portland wants to play. They're very athletic and very quick. We need to make them play defense a little bit more in the half court. But the big thing is if we don't get the ball over half court, we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now, Coach, I was reading that you guys spent some time at Old Dominion over the summer at a summer camp. How do you think that has affected your team as you're seeing some more athletic teams from the SMAA this year?
Yeah, we were coming back last year, and all these guys were on our varsity last year, and so we had everybody back. So they're a year older and a year stronger, and that's helped us a lot. But we were coming back after a butt whooping one night, and we said, what can we do to compete with our Deerings and our Portlands? And said, well, we're not going to make the kids more athletic. We kind of are who we are, but we can make them better, and we can expose them to some more. So every year we go to a team camp. We've been to West Point, we've been to Princeton. We try to do something different to expose our kids to different universities in different parts of the country. So we found one in Virginia at Old Dominion. We said, well, let's give it a try and see what happens. And the athleticism at that camp was through the roof. It was more than anything that we've ever seen at any other camp before. Big-time Division I players and 7-footers and all that. And what we found was that, those athletes, when they pressed us, we were really fundamental. And we were a year older and stronger, and we held our own. And we talked about that a lot and said, hey, when we come back to Maine, we're not going to see anybody more than what we just saw here. So I think the kids believed in themselves a little bit more. And again, the natural maturation from a sophomore or a junior to a junior senior has helped us a lot as well.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
So we're here with Coach Joe Russo. Coach, both teams 4-0 tonight, an electric atmosphere. Really your first test, certainly in this conference.
Yeah, tonight should be a really good game. Two good teams, exciting fans. This game could be an 88-85 game toss-up. Who knows? We play some defense. I think it could be a little less than that, but both teams can put some points on the board.
Indeed. It looks like Norcross Plord and Iman are their big scorers, and Wol Mai-Wen is somebody that can really do it all. He's got blocks, he's got rebounds, steals. How do you plan for this team?
Well, he's their sophomore sensation. He comes off the bench, at least he usually does. So hopefully Charlie's ready for him. But Jared and Eamon, they're great players. They were awesome last year as juniors. So we're going to just match up Teron and Griffin, have fun with it.
Well, as you've said, Teron and Griffin, you're 1-2 scorers. If Edward Little has a plan for them, what's yours?
Charlie. Charlie. We're going to look tonight to get the ball on the Charlie and make them make the adjustment. Because they go small to make it tough on Charlie defensively. So we're going to be more proactive and just kind of look for Charlie in the beginning and make them maybe bring somebody off the bench so that we'll even up at least the matchups.
All right, well, thank you very much, Coach, and good luck tonight.
You're welcome.
All right. So there you have it, folks. Coach Russo, well known for adapting players and moving them in and out. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if Edward Little has an answer for Teron Moss and Griffin Foley tonight. So from your interview, Frank, the Red Eddies take really a chapter out of the Portland Bulldogs book. They emphasize team. In fact, their team went all the way down to Virginia.
Exactly, Steve. Coach Adams taking his team in the summer to Old Dominion University, as we just heard. And as he said, he is probably the only team in the state that has seen another team as athletic or more athletic than these Portland Bulldogs. And very crucial for Coach Adams also is he's bringing back virtually his entire roster from last year. We're looking at Iman, Gibson, Shea, Morin, Norcross Plord, all seasoned veterans, including Iman and Norcross Plord, who were all conference selections last year.
Well, folks, the Red Eddies lost twice to the Bulldogs last year, including in the playoffs. We'll see if they can get revenge tonight, and we'll bring you all of the action in a moment.
Tonight's officials are Mr. Packett, Mr. Treadwell, and Mr. Fuller. Chris Bellevue is your scorekeeper, and Dan Brown on the clock. And now we get ready for your starting lineups. For Poland, at guard, a junior, number 2, Terrian Moss. Sharon Moss. At guard, a sophomore, number 5, Pedro Francesca. At guard, a junior, number 12, Manny Yugu. At forward, a junior, number 20, Griffin Foley. And at center, a senior, number 32, Charles Lyle. And now, the ever little Red Eddies. At guard, a junior, number 3, Tyler Morin. At forward, a junior, number 33, Darby Shea. At guard, a senior, number 14, a Sabatai Ramon. At guard, a senior, number 12, Jerry Norcross Plord. At guard, a senior, number 5, C.J. Gibson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this time you all please rise and honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So, folks, Charlie Lyle will line up at center versus Jared Norcross-Plord. And he'll control the tip, and it'll go to Tyler Moore and over to the left here to Iman. Almost a steal, but handled by C.J. Gibson. Now, 33 is Che. Nothing unusual for Portland High School. It's what they do. Nice save from the backcourt. Iman for three, and he hits. So Scimitar Iman strikes first. For the Red Eddies, they lead 3-0.
Iman, a senior, very good shooter.
Here's Tehran, he matches it. The Bulldogs again tonight without Clay Hardy, number 1, who is still out on an injury report.
Edward Little certainly spreading the floor here, trying to get Lyle out of that middle so they can slash in. Lyle guarding Norcross-Plord at the top of the key, giving him plenty of cushion.
Way downtown, it's out. It'll be an Edward Little turnover. So the first turnover of the game is Edward Little. Foley and Tehran, folks, in the backcourt. That's what you were expecting to see is the 1 and 2 players. Oop, Charlie Lyle on the post there. It goes off his hand, saved. It's a turnover for Portland. And here comes Iman down to break, but Moss getting down there fast. And he's going to get called with a foul. So the hand check.
Yeah, they'll call Tehran with the hands. It's very important here having 3 officials, Steve, and also having one of the assigners in the Western Board, Barry Fuller, on the court. So we could expect a relatively tightly called game tonight.
Yeah, that's skying up there for that is Jared Norcross-Plord. What a great pure athlete he is. And I believe he was he Soccer Player of the Year?
He was, Steve. He was Lewis and Sun Journal named him Soccer Player of the Year for the Red Eddies, coming off an excellent season, trying to carry it into basketball season.
And Yugu gets a rebound, and he gets fouled. He'll be shooting 2 from the line.
That'll be on Iman, his first, Edward Little's first.
Well, you know, if you want to see fouls, I suppose if you're a Red Eddies fan, you want to see Tehran Moss get a foul, and if you're a Portland fan, you want to see Iman or Norcross-Plord. Unfortunately, that doesn't fall. And, of course, actually, I didn't talk with Coach Russo about the foul shooting, but certainly it was a concern in the last game, as I think your statistic was about 38%. And they did practice their foul shots before this game, and there you go.
1 of 2 for Yugu. Certainly a point of emphasis for Coach Russo this week.
So it's a 1-point Red Eddies lead, 5-4. 6 minutes left in the first quarter here. 3 points way downtown, Iman. So the Red Eddies are just coming out running and gunning, folks.
Well, and they got Lyle to hedge out high. Didn't really want to leave that paint area, which he really had to do. Gave Iman just enough cushion to be able to knock down the open 3.
Foley with a nice move in, and he stops and hits.
Griffin Foley.
So he pulls up for 2, and it's 8-6 now, a 2-point Red Eddies lead. We're in the same part of the state, but these are 2 very different teams, the Lewiston Blue Devils and the Red Eddies. Fonseca with the rebound, Dogs on the break. Here's Tehran, nice hesitation, gets up and around Gibson for 2.
Great job running the floor. We usually see Moss running the break, but at that point he's just a contributing factor, allowing Fonseca to take it down.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Yugu.
Well, the foul number 12, Manny Yugu, that's his first, team's second.
Scimitar Iman calls out and off a couple of his players, plays off the pick. Whoop. Whoop. Almost a travel, but instead a nice 3-pointer for Jared Norcross-Plord. It's 11-8. It's a 3-point Red Eddies lead. 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Another situation where Edward Little got the switch they wanted, stranding Charlie Lyle up high.
No dice. Whoa, an extra elbow there. And it's an offensive foul, and you could see the elbow. Gibson gets the call, and they are going to call it tight on both.
Exactly, Steve, and that's typically a point of emphasis for the Maine officials are those offensive fouls. We see a lot of them in the tournament, and as we see tonight with 3 officials, not much different here in the regular season.
Right, so you can see Coach Adams wanting to have a couple of words with referee Fuller. Fact is that his man, Gibson, number 5, was throwing around some elbows and trying to get loose, shake loose, and he was called early.
Well, and Steve, neither one of these teams are really conducive to having a tightly called game either. I'm sure they both like to be able to get up and down, play a little more physical.
Well, uncharacteristically, the Bulldogs have a turnover. Maniugu is going to take a seat, and Simon Chadbourne, number 30, is going to check in. Had a great game for the Dogs in the JV game. Saw him launch a couple of threes, and they beat the Red Eddies handily from the JV end. Oh, my gosh. Way downtown, but Tehran, well, ultimately the rebound will come to Norcross Port. Nice turnover.
Excellent deflection by Foley, and here comes the break.
Chadbourne up and in. Way downtown is Iman, and it falls. 3 baskets, 9 points, 3 threes for him. It's a 4-point Red Eddies lead, 14-10, with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Behind his back, a nice floater there, but it was a little weak. And the Red Eddies now are going to come down coast to coast as Iman loses the ball, but he's got a foul.
As the sarcastic cheer goes up from the Edward Little fans, that will be on Chadbourne, his first, the Bulldogs' third.
So Wal Mai Wen comes in, and there's going to be a Portland timeout, but we're going to see some fresh legs here for Edward Little, and they are good at that. 14-10 is your score, 3:30 left in the first quarter. So very quickly off of the timeout, Edward Little ball. So nice defense, but Iman gets free. Yeah, way downtown, and watch, Charlie Lyle, just what Coach Russo had hoped would be happening, as Darby Shea had that shot.
We have a mismatch right now with Mai Wen on Tehran Moss. Moss, superior quickness. Mai Wen with the reach, but Moss is able to get by it.
7th point for Tehran Moss. 14-12 is the score, a 2-point Red Eddies lead. Just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter now. Reverse, it doesn't fall, and Charlie Lyle gets the rebound, and he's fouled to boot.
That'll be on Norcross Port on the rebound.
And he's fouled number 12, Jerry Norcross Port.
Norcross Port coming down with a hand of the ball and an armful of Charlie Lyle.
2.5 minutes left. 14-12 is the score. The Dogs are down by 2. Back and forth, Foley to Tehran Moss, and back again. 2 of the best sets of hands on the team. Both football players. Here's Lyle. He gets fouled on the way up.
Nice play by Lyle there to lean in, knowing it's a relatively tightly called game. He'll go to the line for 2.
And he's fouled number 5, C.J. Gibson. That's his second, team's 4th.
And Coach Adams not happy about that call,
Number 32.
feeling that Lyle initiated the contact.
Now in and out.
And the foul shooting woes continue for the Bulldogs.
I believe 1 for 3 at the moment.
Lyle taking his time.
Yeah, and in and out. Rebound will come to Iman. Well, the crowd is apoplectic. Yeah. And you know, you can see Shea launch that three, and it's eventually going to fall. 17-12 is the score, Frank. There's Fonseca open in the corner, and it's a steal. And here's my win. The alley-oop over to, well, back to Florida to nobody ultimately, but that was a heck of a pass there by Darby Shea. So we hadn't really mentioned him very much early on, but he is matching Charlie Lyle here tonight.
Certainly Shea, a different type of player than Lyle. Not quite having the length, but certainly having the toughness to play inside.
Yeah, and I actually spoke a little soon as Norcross Plord is on Charlie Lyle. The rebound skied for by Tyler Morin. He gets it, brings it over half court. Here's Shea again. Why not?
They're certainly not afraid to shoot.
Hand.
Nice warm home gym, and those threes are falling.
20-12 is the score. It's an 8-point Red Eddie's lead, 1:17 left in the first quarter. Fonseca, that doesn't fall, but Lyle with the putback, and Fonseca with the putback, and Lyle. That was 3 offensive rebounds there, but no dice, unfortunately, and now Teron Moss with that rebound. And he is fouled by Morin on a block.
Right now, Portland has to stop the bleeding.
And he's fouled number 3, Tyler Morin.
And Portland has some wholesale changes coming in. Number 23, Trey Ballou. Manny Hugo, number 12, and Quinn Clark, number 10. As Teron, Griffin, and Simon will take a seat right now. Fonseca off the screen. Doesn't fall. Shea with the rebound.
These certainly two teams who are playing very different styles right now. Edward Little just launching the ball. Most are fouling. Portland trying to be slightly more patient.
Fonseca to Hugo. A crushing defense here as they've got the trap here, yeah. That's a charge on Hugo. He's a little bit out of control there.
And Steve, I'm not sure I see it on that one, that maybe a non-call there would have been better. Hugo slightly out of control, but not really initiating any contact.
Yeah, number 2 now, Teron Moss back in for the Dogs, and number 21, Grand Hartley in for the Red Eddies. It's an 8-point Red Eddies lead with 8 seconds left now in the quarter. Iman up, and it doesn't fall. And that will end the first quarter. So, the score at the end of the first quarter, Edward Little 20, Portland Bulldogs 12. So the brain trust of the Bulldogs will go ahead and talk it over.
And official Fuller is ready to go. Ball is down and the count is on.
Here come the Dogs now, out for the second quarter. 20-12 is the score. They're down by 12. Nifty statistic. 18 out of 20 Edward Little points are off the 3, and that's Pedro traveled. He was out of control. So we have a 4.
That'll be Portland's 4th turnover of the day.
To 5 for Edward Little.
EL easily breaking the press there.
Iman, Hugo. And he bumps him. He's going to call the foul.
And we'll have a blocking foul. That will be Hugo's 3rd foul.
Portland foul at number 12, Manny Hugo. That's his 3rd foul. Team's 5th.
And then Trey Ballou will come in now for Manny.
Trey Ballou into the game for Poland.
Now, the Dogs are going to have to step out here. This team is something else, these Red Eddies. Here's Shea in the corner. Nice steal for Griffin Foley, a little bit. Well, but great hands by Teron Moss just the same. So, Red Eddie turnover. No cross Plord now over to Morin. Morin looks to Shea on the other side. Iman has Fonseca on him. No cross Plord over everything, and Foley with the rebound. A look to break. He's got Moss on the outlet here to the left.
And we'll have number 3, Tyler Morin, called on the hand check. That will be Edward Little's 6th team foul. So the next team foul against the Eddies will put Portland players on the free throw line.
Quinn Clark into the game for Portland.
Quinn Clark will step in for Griffin Foley. So, you know, you don't want to lose your composure here if you're a Bulldog. There's plenty of time. It's 20-14. It's a 6-point Red Eddie lead. There are 7 minutes left in the first half.
Certainly this situation, Steve, just run through the offense. You know, go back to basics. Do what you do best. They'll pull it off and be patient. The high screen from Lyle.
Here's Moss, going to try to do it himself. That time it doesn't fall. Shea with the rebound. Now the referee is calling time.
And we appear to have a scoreboard malfunction.
Mr. DeShays.
That would be above us. Or across the gym is still operational.
Ladies and gentlemen, another announcement. Please stay out from under the bleachers. Got some kids running into the bleachers to pull the cord. Folks, you cannot be under the bleachers.
Well, there you have it, folks. There is a... It wasn't rodents, it was students. Under the bleachers fooling around with cords.
And official Fuller says keep them out of there.
As did athletic director DeShays. Great man, has given us great accommodations here tonight. We're very pleased to be able to be up at the top at midcourt here. And thankful with a huge section roped off for us. Across Plord, stops, looks. 22-14 is the score now. The Red Eddies in front.
Good lob.
Lyle underneath. That's what you need.
Just what the doctor ordered. Lob unprotected with the help side defense. Lyle able to lay it in for an easy 2.
22-16 is the score now. 5:40 left in the first half. Red Eddies up. So Griffin Foley, great hands all night.
Good deflection by Foley, using those long arms to his advantage.
Yeah, no cross Plord for 3. Open in the corner, it doesn't fall. But Foley with the rebound. And he's got Teron, the break over to Fonseca for 3. That doesn't fall, but Ballou's underneath. Oh, nice putback.
Excellent work from Trey Ballou inside, coming out of the offensive board. Keep it high, use the rim as protection for a 2.
And he brings the Dogs to within 4. It's 22-18, and that's what you need. You need somebody to step out, and this time it was Trey Ballou. Iman underneath. Oh, no cross Plord, gets fouled and makes the basket. If that's on Charlie.
I believe it will be.
Calling foul on number 32, Charles Lyle. That's his first, team's 6.
Quinn Clark checks in for Pedro Fonseca. These two teammates, of course, just as Griffin Foley and Teron are on the football team, Pedro and Quinn are on the soccer team together.
Always good to see those multi-sport athletes out there, Steve. Supporting their school, whether on the court or on the pitch.
Ballou goes in hard. It doesn't fall, but Lyle, well, we'll see what happens. Oh, Iman on the break.
Excellent fast break.
Goodness gracious. That was one of the sweetest fast breaks that we've seen. We'll give Amon credit for that rebound. Quinn Clark now has got cutting player here is Foley. Foley to Ballou, Ballou to Moss. 27-18, just like that. It's a 9-point Red Eddie lead with 4:10 left in the first half. Teron for three, why not?
Unguarded, got the cushion he wanted, able to knock it down.
Dogs to within 6, 27-21. Amon, he is fast, he's good, he's got some moves, and Shea off to in the corner, and here's Charlie Lyle's gonna let it go out. We have a Red Eddie timeout with 3:42 left in the first half. The score, the Red Eddies of Edward Little 27 and your Portland Bulldogs 21. So we have the Red Eddies fans ready for the Christmas holiday. We at WPPS TV3 wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. Clark from downtown. That doesn't fall, but Lyle's underneath. And I was prescient in my statement. I just knew Lyle was going to get that put back in.
And Coach Adams wanting an over-back call.
Oop. Now we're going to have a three-shot foul here.
Foul on number 10. Quinn Clark, that's his first 7.
Do not want to become unhinged.
And there's an old adage about not fouling three-point shooters. We'll see how it works out for the Dogs.
The other thing is the shot had already been well launched and was missed. Now you've got Iman hitting the first of 3. And the second, so it's 29-23. Quinn Clark will have a seat here. Simon Chadbourne will come in. So he'll get 2 out of 3, and Ballou will get the rebound. Here comes Teron.
Interesting strategy with Mywen out on Teron Moss. While Mywen, standing 6'3", has a 6'8" wingspan, according to his coach. Those long arms will come in handy on deflections, detaining opposing players.
Yeah, Foley wanted to launch that off, and you can see that the Dogs want to get something off. It's Ballou that gets the 3.
Good ball movement. Trey Ballou able to step right in, hit a 3.
The Dogs to within 3, 29-26. When it doesn't fall, Ballou again. So who comes in tonight and makes something happen? Trey Ballou. Foley for the 3 from way downtown, and he hits it. It's a tie score, folks, 29-29. Well, Klaus Perd wants to do that himself, and Charlie Lyle's just, oops, let's see what is going to happen here.
And that will be against number 5, Gibson.
Right, and probably a good call. He's doesn't understand why, but.
And that'll be a 1-and-1 situation, as that's Edward Little's 7th team foul. Steve, Portland's certainly a team that we've seen against the likes of Lewiston, able to go on massive runs, explosive plays. And I think we may be starting to see that here with those couple threes, big momentum shift down there. See if Lyle can put in 2 free throws and really get the Dogs moving in the right direction.
So Lyle hits 1 of 2. He's got 5 points for the game. It's 31-29. The Dogs enjoy a 2-point lead with 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first half. Their first lead of the evening.
And an 8-0 run for the Bulldogs here. The Eddies will try to stem the tide.
Something is working with this mix, and if there's one thing that Coach Russo can do is find the mix that works. Yeah, Norcross Plors with the spin and in. Tehran now has Chadbourne. Tehran, well, it won't take long for those long arms to get out to him. Ballou now Chadbourne.
Oh, great deflection by Simon Chadbourne.
And now he's open in the corner. He's quickly covered by Iman, but it goes to Lyle up and in.
Iman with a piece of that ball, and Lyle able to put it in.
Pedro Fonseca set to check in. A 2-point Portland lead, 33-31. A minute 13 left in the first half.
Portland electing to put Lyle on Mayen. Good arm, good hands by Foley.
Oh my gosh. Mayen, he is something else. And Norcross Plord with 2, and he draws the foul. Charlie Lyle. And that'll be Lyle's second.
Charles Lyle, that's his second foul. Team's 8.
As Manny Yugu and Pedro Fonseca check in for Charlie Lyle and Simon Chadbourne. So it's a tie score now.
Certainly a wise decision by Russo, putting Lyle on the bench with 2 fouls. Wouldn't want to pick up a cheap third foul here with under a minute to play in the half. Really be hamstrung in the second half.
Pedro Fonseca with the rebound. Trey Ballou now, as coach has suggested there might be a little delay here.
Portland will run its offense through.
Yugu steps out, quickly met by Morin.
Right into flex for Portland. Running the back screen and the down screen. As Moss will pull it out as we're under 20 seconds. He has the count on him out there.
Ooh. Yugu recovers and throws it out of bounds. So again, you know, just a timing issue here tonight. They held on to it 7.4 seconds, and you know, the question is who's going to get the last bucket if either team heading into the locker room and get just a little bit of momentum.
Here's Iman, dangerous from this range.
Morin shoots it, and it doesn't fall. So we're going to go in to halftime. The score is 33-33. So what a game, Frank. The Dogs were behind most of the first half, tie it up by halftime.
Certainly living up to its billing so far, Steve. And Edward Little coming out on fire from deep early on with those 18 of 20 first quarter points coming from behind the arc. And we're looking at for scoring, Jared Norcross Plord leads the way with 14. Samatar Iman, 3 3-pointers, 2 free throws for 11. And Darby Shea with 8 points of his own, including 2 from behind the arc.
An explosive team. On the other hand, the Dogs are doing what you would expect. Tehran Moss is leading with 12 points. And Griffin Foley has 5. Charlie Lyle has stepped in with 7 and over 5 rebounds, just as Coach Russo said. It may have to be somebody else who steps in.
And certainly, Steve, we always see in these tight games, whether it's Charlie Lyle in the playoffs against Deering or a game where you might have a Fonseca step up. These tight games are where you'll really see the unsung hero break out for the Bulldogs or the Red Eddies.
Folks, it's a brand new game. It's like 0-0. 33-33, and we'll bring you second half action in a moment. Okay, here we are now, folks, to start second half action here at the home of the Red Eddies. 33-33 is the score.
And Chadbourne replacing Manny Yugo, who's on the bench with 3 fouls to start the second half.
Inside to Iman, goes around, 2 players, and not just any 2 players, but Moss and Lyle for 2. So way downtown is Chadbourne. It doesn't fall, but Lyle is underneath and it falls for him.
Good body positioning by Lyle, able to get that offensive rebound, put it right back up with the rim for protection.
Norcross Plord's got Lyle on him. It doesn't fall, and Moss gets the rebound around his back. Oh my gosh, what a court sense he has. And there's Fonseca now for three. And we're going to have a charge.
Offensive foul. Really set up well by C.J. Gibson.
Well, a foul on number 5, Pedro Fonseca. That's his first, team's first.
Trey Blue back in for the Bulldogs. Blue with a very nice second quarter.
So way downtown is Shea again. This time it doesn't fall. That should be Portland ball, and it is.
Timeout and a little, 6:53 remaining in the first quarter.
So 35-35 is the score, and Coach Adams wants to talk with his team. We'll be back. So Trey Ballou now to inbound the ball to Teron Moss. The cutter is Foley on the line, and he hits for two. Warren now. Around to Shea. Gotta be careful. He can launch a few threes.
While giving Norcross Port quite the cushion there.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, but still, nevertheless, looks nonplussed in some ways. But Norcross Port will go around him for that, so it's 37-37. This is such a playoff atmosphere here. Ballou's open for the three, doesn't hit it, and Norcross Port gets the rebound. Yeah, and that's going to be a...
Oh, that'll be a foul on Ballou inside. They're going to say he got him with the body.
Goodness.
Before the loose ball.
Bowling foul number 23, Trey Ballou. That's his first, team's second.
Now, Simon will take a break here as Fonseca will check back in. Looked like he tripped over the ball, Frank, but as you said...
Great long arms by Foley.
Well, there we go. Iman, Portland with a nice tight D right now, but watch out for Port, almost traveled. Up and in on the cut is C.J. Gibson.
Good work by Gibson to work his way inside.
2-point Red Eddie lead, 39-37, 5:23 left in the third quarter. For three, Griffin Foley in and out. Rebound is Iman, he's got Shea on the break, and he misses.
Excellent hustle by Fonseca and Foley to go down and contest that.
Fonseca this time for three. And he hits. Why not?
Good work by Fonseca, able to step right into his shot.
He thought and thought again and got it. 40-39, 1 point. Lyle with a block. It's going to be a Red Eddie ball, and I think Charlie is a little bit perplexed on that call. Wol My Wen comes in.
Portland showing a little 2-3 zone here. Mayowen working into the 4-hole. Interesting move by Coach Russo, more or less daring the Eddies to shoot from outside.
And Shea rejects the opportunity. Watch out though underneath. Oh, the rebound comes to Ballou as the reverse does not fall from Mayowen. Way downtown by Fonseca. He goes down, but there's Lyle with the rebound and a
Excellent
putback.
offensive rebounding by Lyle. He has really come alive here in the second and third quarters.
It's actually the biggest Bulldog lead of the night, and it's 3 points, 42-39, 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Portland right back to man-to-man. They'll call Teron Moss on the off-ball foul with the hand check.
Portland foul number 2, Teron Moss. That's his second foul, team's third.
Really, Coach Russo keeping his cool. Chips at the north port. He steps out. Well, we have a foul first.
They'll call a hand check on Fonseca, and I believe Coach Russo is asking for a timeout.
Pulling foul number 5, Pedro Fonseca. That's his second, team's fourth. Timeout, Portland, 3:59.
So Coach Russo will take a timeout, and so will we. The score is 42-39. We'll be back. Here we go, folks. We're back, and just like that, Darby Shea puts it in for 2. So it's a 1-point Dogs lead here.
Ballou top the key.
Tehran over to Foley at the top of the key. It doesn't fall, and the rebound comes to Wyman. Wyman all the way to Darby Shea in the corner, and he hits.
You may have heard Coach Russo calling for the travel on that as Mayen certainly looked it from here.
Yeah, look at Lyle gets fouled on the way up. By my count, he's got about 8 rebounds tonight. Maybe more.
And he's foul on number 5, C.J. Gibson. That's his 4th foul. Team's first.
Well,
only Edward Little's first team foul of the second half, but that is 4 personal fouls on C.J. Gibson.
So therefore, Hill's going to take a seat soon. And number 3, Tyler Morn will be set to check in as Charlie Lyle hits the first. His 12th point of the evening. It's a 1-point Red Eddies lead, 44-43, with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter. We mentioned the 6 seconds because it seems like every second is going to count, Frank.
Certainly, Steve. This is a game that looks like it's going to go right down to the wire. Lyle very patient with the free throw.
And he hits them both. Ties the game, and a steal for Ballou, but it goes out of bounds. Great hands. You almost wonder, I mean, some of the calls, I wonder if the Portland team is happy with them, and you almost wonder if Coach Russo is saying, look, folks, you're going to have to do this yourselves. You can't rely on, the officials, good or bad. You just have to go in there and do it yourself.
Certainly. It's all about adjustment, and that'll be another foul on Fonseca as he got him with the hip.
That's his third.
Pulling foul on number 5, Pedro Fonseca. That's his 3rd foul. Team's 5th.
Oh, nice stop.
All they win.
And in.
Mayen seeming to hang in the air there.
That could be Mayen's first points of the evening.
That's what I have.
Oh, Moss with a nice pass into Ballou. Turns, spins, and in.
Trey Ballou for 2.
46-46. We have a barn burner here, folks. It is a tie score with 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And the 6th tie so far, right in the second half.
Darby Shea in the corner. Watch out. He breaks the tie with a 3. You usually say the last 5 minutes of the game are the most exciting, but in this particular instance, you'd say it's right up the first 3 quarters here. Ballou for 3. It doesn't fall, but Lyle is there, and he's fouled. And it looks like that's going to come. We'll see if it's going to be called on Norcross Plord. He was the closest to Charlie Lyle.
And it will be Norcross Plord. His second and the team's second.
Team second.
Moss for 3 from the corner. There's Lyle again.
Excellent work by Lyle. Couldn't quite finish, though.
Here's Morin.
Fonseca really has to adjust the way he's playing defense here.
Look at Shea. Why not? This time it doesn't fall, but Mayen and Shea up and in, and he draws the foul. Well, the big surprise of the evening is really Darby Shea. That's going to be on Charlie Lyle, his third.
That's his third foul, team 6.
More importantly, Steve, 16 fouls on the Bulldogs, so the next will send the Eddies to the line.
And they're on it now as well, as Darby Shea will try to make it a three-point play. 51-46, Edward Little. That doesn't fall, and Lyle gets the rebound. Nice positioning there, his 10th of the game. Moss wants to do it himself. And,
great work by
quick
Darby
break.
Shea running the floor. Good look by Iman. And Coach Russo wants a timeout.
20 seconds remaining in the third quarter to score. Hello, Red Eddies, 53.
so it's 53-46 with 1:20 left in the third quarter. So here we go, folks. Off the timeout, it's 53-46.
Darby Shea on a personal 7-0 run for Edward Little. Portland tries to break that streak right there.
Well, it's very interesting because it's a 7-point Edward Little lead. It's really Darby Shea's lead here.
Shea with 20 points so far in the game. And we'll have a foul. I believe that'll be on Norcross Plord. So we'll wait for the indication from official Fuller.
His third.
He's foul on number 12.
So Norcross Plord and Gibson in foul trouble for the Eddies.
Charlie underneath. Fouled by Norcross Plord.
And they'll be interested to see who that goes on. The referee underneath with a call could be on Maya Wen, could be on Norcross Plord. And it will be Maya Wen.
Good point.
Walday win, that's his first. Team's fourth. Line shooting 2 to the 32.
Maybe I was wishing it was Norcross Plord. 53-46. It's a 7-point lead. Lyle underneath, and he hits that one. The Dogs in trouble here are Fonseca with 3, Yuga with 3, and Lyle with 3.
Charlie Lyle's 15th point of the game.
Set to check in for Edward Little's number 13, Ahmed Abadir. That does not fall, so 1 of 2, and the rebound will go to Tyler Morin. He'll bring it up quickly over half court here and get it to Iman. Iman is covered by Fonseca. Ooh, Fonseca, you could see the anticipation there as he saw that loose ball opportunity. Maiwen with the big long arms, and Tehran with, he has a travel.
And they'll say that he shifted his feet before he put the ball on the floor. That'll be Portland's 6th turnover. Very clean game here on the turnover front, Steve. 6 for Portland, 7 for Edward Little. So we're under 30 seconds to play in the half.
Oops, there's a trip. We have a travel.
You would call it a travel before the contact.
Goodness gracious. Well, I mean, no question that it was a trip, but the issue is that it was after the travel.
Travel happening first.
Have a nice trip if you're going to go travel.
Exactly.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Moss is pivoting here. Almost in a little trouble. Ballou all the way around to Fonseca to Ballou for 3. Oh my goodness gracious, it falls in and out, and Fonseca under, it doesn't fall, but here's Moss. Draws the foul with 1 second left. He'll be shooting 2. 53-47 is the score. The Red Eddies will be up after the third quarter regardless. That foul is going to be on Ahmed Abadir.
Ahmed Safi, that's his first, team's 5th.
And
number 2, Tehran Moss.
The announcer here called him Ahmed Safi. So I'm not sure why, but we certainly can as well. That's not what's on our roster.
Tehran's first point of the second half with that free throw.
And he can bring the Dogs to within 4 here, and he does. So it's 53-49 with 1 second left and a huge launch. And we're going to end the third quarter 53-49. The Red Eddies in front. So it all comes down to this, Frank, the last 8 minutes of the game.
Portland ball coming out to start the fourth quarter.
Blue Foley fakes it over to Moss. Moss back out here. Stops and hits, doesn't fall, but Valu underneath, and he is fouled.
And that will most likely go against Gibson. If it does, that will be his 5th foul. Wait for the indication.
It is.
And he's foul on number 5, C.J. Gibson. That's his 5th foul.
It's only 2 points in the game, but you can see what a great what a great athlete he is, and that he is an integral part of this Edward Little puzzle. But when you have Gibson going out and Wol My Wen coming in, you've got a tough challenge ahead of you. 53-49 is the score right now. The Dogs are down by 4. 7 minutes, 37 seconds left in this in regulation of this contest. And Baloo now with a chance to bring the Dogs to within 3. And he does.
He takes the second.
So he'll hit his 8th point of the game. Well, here's Darby Shea. To Wyman. Long, long arms, as you suggested. Huge arms. Iman, he's been a little quieter here in the late going here.
Nice work inside by Norcross Ford to get himself open.
It's a 5-point lead now to Ron Moss. Way out to Baloo, over to Griffin Foley. And he's fouled by Darby Shea. That's his first of the game. So this young man, quite a spark plug in this game.
And he's fouled on number 33, Darby Shea. That's
7th team foul for the Eddies.
Going to line at number 20, Griffin Foley.
Both teams now in the bonus.
Nice arc, gets that in. His 8th point of the game as well. And he'll hit 2. So Mr. Dependable Griffin Foley brings the Dogs to within 3. 55-52, 6:43 left in regulation, and
great
Fonseca
deflection by
steals.
Fonseca.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's not the first time we've seen Griffin Foley make an acrobatic play. We were in Oxford Hills last year in a very exciting atmosphere, and he did that all night long. That's going to be a foul, though, on Foley. In the continuation, he's going to get a shot here.
Foley's first foul of the game.
Foley, that's his first foul, team 7th.
So it's a 3-point lead now as Mywen will try to make it 4. And in, he does. It's only his 5th point of the game, but he's shown himself to be so valuable in so many ways this year for the Red Eddies. Griffin Foley. Oh my gosh, did he sky for that rebound?
Couldn't quite corral it. Ball really would have went over the head of any other player, but Myowen's long arms able to corral it.
Portland, 6 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in your game. Score a little 58, Portland 54.
Full timeout here for Portland. So 6:08 left in the 4th quarter. The score, the Red Eddies of Auburn 58, the Portland Bulldogs 54. So we'll see what Coach Russo has cooked up as Manny Yugu's back in, and it's Griffin Foley from way downtown, and he hits it. Brings the Dogs to within 1.
Foley on his own 7-2 run.
And out of bounds, it's a Edward Little turnover at a crucial time.
Edward Little's 10th turnover of the game. Portland down 1 with under 6 to play. EL showing a little bit more of a zone look here. Using Maiwen's long arms at the top.
Fonseca now in the corner. Almost
exactly
stolen.
Why Maiwen is up top. Those skip passes become very, very dangerous. A player like Wal Maiwen playing in the center of that zone.
Well, they have a push.
And that foul, I believe, will go against Iman.
And he's fouled number 14, Salvatore Iman. That's his second, team's 8. Little line shooting a 101.
Well, Maniugu now with a chance to tie it and have the Dogs go ahead. Crucial foul shots here.
Number 12, Maniugu.
And a slightly controversial call was Coach Adams on Edward Whittle's side, not too pleased.
That doesn't fall, but Lyle gets the rebound and is fouled, like we thought.
Nope, they will say that that ball is off Lyle and Edward Whittle's.
Tyler Lyle with 11 rebounds tonight, and the break is on. Watch out, Maiwen. Oh my gosh, what a play. Looked like all ball. Looked like all ball, but Maniugu is going to have his 4th foul.
Pulling foul on number 12, Maniugu. That's his 4th foul, team's 8th. Wal Maiwen at the line for the Eddies, shooting 2.
Now Maiwen now here, as it's a 1-point Portland lead, and he banks it home to tie the score.
Simon Chadbourne in the game for the Bulldogs.
It's 59-59. Number 30, Simon Chadbourne checks in for the Dogs. Maiwen at the line here with a chance to make it an even one, an odd one. It's an even 59-59 with 5 minutes left now. So here we go, the last 5 minutes, and if they're anything like the first several of this game, it's going to be very, very exciting.
Portland willing to play patient here.
Yeah, nice move there by Foley. He's
Great
got
ball
Fonseca
fake
underneath.
against the zone.
Pedro Fonseca.
Portland showing full court pressure here.
And a little wild there, but they recover. North cross court underneath the baseline, and Iman, again, a little bit out of sorts here now, Edward Little, as they will certainly regroup. It's a tie score, 59-59, 4:12 left in regulation. I say regulation because there's every possibility
Excellent
that
swat by Foley.
that there will be an overtime here. Oh, Maiwen underneath, and he draws a foul, and that'll be Pedro's 4th. 61-59, it's a 2-point lead.
Pulling foul on number 5, Pedro Fonseca. That's his 4th foul, team's 9th.
Maiwen really coming alive here in the second half.
Trey Ballou set to check in for Pedro as Maiwen,
3-point play.
excuse me, makes it a 3-point play.
Trey Ballou into the game for the Bulldogs.
Actually, Simon Chadbourne's going to come out, and Pedro is going to stay in.
We'll have a check on the scoreboard here as well. As for a moment that flash, 59-59. Confused me with my notes, but my notes are saying that it should be 62-59 Edward Whittle, and that's what we have on the scoreboard.
It's a 3-point Edward Little lead. There are 4 minutes left now in regulation of this game. Foley and Tehran have, goodness gracious, that's a turnover. They've played together for
Iman
years.
with a step back.
Let's see what the call is. Turn it over. That's a turnover. The crowd is not happy. So it's a 3-point Edward Little lead with 3.5 minutes left in the corner. Fonseca. Here's Tehran for 3. It doesn't fall, but Lyle is there. Why not? This time no foul called. And my Wen gets the rebound. And watch out, folks. Mr. Duncanstein. Whoa, my Wen for 2. He brings the crowd to its feet at 64-59. There's 3:20 left. And a forced pass there. And here comes Iman. He's fouled, and he's going to be shooting 2.
Well, Steve, on the stat sheet, that dunk is only 2 points, but emotionally worth many more, as Edward Little is able to create the turnover, run the floor, and have Iman, a very good free throw shooter, at the line.
Now, it's rare that you see a dunk in high school basketball, so it's of note when you do, and of course, he would be the man to do it with that 6'8" wingspan. So a chance now to make it a 6-point lead.
To this point, Steve, Mayen has scored Edward Little's last 8 points.
64-59 with 3:17 left. My goodness, folks. And he hits one. Scimitar Iman does. So it's 65-59. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left.
Edward Little still playing that zone.
No, why not? It's worked so far. Simon Chadbourne for the 3. That doesn't fall. It's going to stay as Portland's ball.
And they will say it's Portland's ball.
Here's Charlie Lyle.
Oh, what a block
Goodness
by
gracious.
Mayen. They'll call a carry on Scimitar Iman. That'll be the 12th Edward Little turnover.
Two minutes and 47 seconds left. 65-59 is the score. Edward Little, oh
what
my God.
slashing by Teron Moss.
He just cut through 3 defenders like it was butter. It's a 4-point Edward Little lead. Iman is a little wild. Recovers. Morin covered by Chadbourne. And Shea, watch out.
Darby Shea.
You know, this would not be an
opportunity.
opportune time for him to get hot against the Dogs. We're down to the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Teron is going to do it himself. 68-63, a 5-point Edward Little lead, 2 minutes left.
Portland needs a stop here, Steve. They need to get that ball back, preferably in transition.
And they're just going to push it around now. Here's no cross court inside.
Steal by Moss.
Moss up and not in, but he does get fouled. Okay, so that's Tyler Moore in his 3rd foul of the game. So Teron now, with the Dogs down by 5, will be shooting 2 with 1:42 left.
Edward Little now over the limit on fouls, so any foul from here on in, non-offensive foul that is, will give Portland 2 free throws.
Teron misses that.
Foul shooting so crucial here, Steve. We talked about it in that Lewiston game where Portland was under 40%, and here's where that really comes into play. Less than 2 minutes to play.
Now he misses both, something that is uncharacteristic, but Chadbourne comes up with it. Teron now on the reverse, no good. Iman on the rebound, and here's Shea. Put back. So it's a 7-point lead with 1:22, and here's Teron, and he is stuffed. This time, Mayen is going to get called.
Got him with the body.
Yeah, this time Mayen will be called with a foul.
And his foul on number 4, Mayen, his second, team's 10.
Now the crowd is rather apoplectic.
shooting 2, number 32, Charles Lyle.
And Portland truly needs these foul shots here, Steve. 1:17 to play. Lyle at the line.
Hits the first one.
Charlie Lyle certainly stepping up his foul shooting tonight.
Fonseca, defensive replacement here for sure. Number 5, in for Simon Chadbourne. And that doesn't fall, and Wyman with the rebound. Across Plord, he's going to hold on to it here if he's smart. Here's Morin, around the horn. Oop, Wyman. He's going to put it back out, why not?
At some point, Portland's going to have to start to think about fouling here under a minute.
And
Lyle will wrap up my win.
He's got 4 fouls, but he had to do it. 52 seconds left.
And Will Maya-Win will be shooting 1 and 1.
Foul on number 32, Charles Lyle. That's his 4th foul. Going to line shooting 2. Number 4, Wall may win.
And correction, Steve, he will be shooting 2, as that's Portland's 10th team foul.
And he makes it look easy, and very close here to putting this game out of reach. It's a 7-point lead with 52.9 seconds left. Edward Little is for real.
Maya-Win shooting excellent foul shots. Portland's going to need a quick score here, not necessarily a 3.
But why not? Griffin Foley for 3.
When you have Griffin Foley, you might as well.
It's 72-67. They're going to have to foul again. This time, Griffin Foley will foul Iman, and that's the other thing is that Edward Little, well, they're really all very good players, but they're getting into the hands of the people that you might not want to have shooting.
Number 14, Samataraman.
It's a 5-point Edward Little lead with 38.7 seconds left. At some point, you just run out of time.
And Iman calmly hitting that clutch free throw.
I'm going to call a lane violation.
And that will be on Lyle.
And Iman will make him pay for that lane violation as 36 seconds left. 74-67 is the score. Here comes Foley again for 3. Why not?
That's it again.
3-point shot, Griffin Foley.
74-70. It's a 4-point lead.
Portland needs an immediate foul or a turnover. Indication is it will remain Edward Little ball. Portland showing full court man pressure. Fonseca has to foul here. And that is going to ice it for Maya-Win.
Yeah, number 2, his second dunk of the game. Here's Foley for 3. Doesn't fall. He's going to come back out, and he's going to keep shooting. Lyle underneath, but 3 seconds left here, folks. It's going to be an Edward Little victory tonight, 76-70.
Vacation as they head to their take on the Moore Shipbuilders on January 3rd. Well, they do have a makeup game against Brunswick between them. That's our last home game until after the holidays. That concludes tonight's game. Thanks everybody for coming, and please do drive safely.
Okay, folks, we'll wrap up in a moment. So the Bulldogs lose a heartbreaker here tonight, 76-70. Griffin Foley, boy, at the end of the game, 3 quick threes. He really turned it on tonight.
Certainly, Foley really when time is winding down, Griffin Foley's one of those players you know will put himself in a position to help his team, but unfortunately, not quite enough for the Bulldogs tonight.
He led all Bulldogs scorers with 20, as Teron Moss had 18, Charlie Lyle had 16, with 16 rebounds as well.
Nice effort from Charlie Lyle, especially in the second, third, and fourth quarters. A little slow to start, but really able to take control inside for the Bulldogs, especially against Jared Norcross-Port.
Well, folks, this is not going to be the last time that we're going to see the Red Eddies this year. Wolmai Wen came in tonight and just was lights out in the fourth quarter. He got 15 points. Norcross-Port, as you suggested, their top scorer tonight with 18 of the year, I should say, but 18 tonight. 16 for Samatar Iman, and Darby Shea, number 33, 25 points.
Shea, another one of those returning veterans, able to step right into his shot. And as we say a lot, Steve, big-time players make big-time plays. Wolmai Wen, highly touted, inexperienced though, comes out in the fourth quarter and really is able to put this game away offensively and defensively for the Red Eddies.
So the Dogs will head into a holiday break, and they'll play a team from Massachusetts and a team from Connecticut, and we'll bring you regular season action after a short break. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt and Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports, saying so long from the home of the Red Eddies, where this evening the Edward Little Red Eddies have defeated the Portland Bulldogs 76-70. Good night.